think सांस भी लेना थोड़ा carefully लेना चाहिए अभी मुझे. But I think ये अलग ही skill है मेरा. I have no explanation for this. I mean मैं खुद ही shock में हूँ. I think it's also a very hard time for the less privileged sections of society because what we are seeing the case with migrant workers now across cities in India. मोदी जी ने सड़कों पे निकल के थालियां और तालियां बजा के पार्टियां करने को नहीं कहा था. मोदी जी ने घर में रह के ताली बजाने को कहा था.
Alright, Swara, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Hello, कैसे हैं आप?
This quarantine thing seems to be making you quite cheerful.
I'm just happy to see another human being because I am stuck here at home alone and always a pleasure to see you and ये जो इतनी सारी किताबें आपके पीछे हैं ये जो बहुत ही मुझे एक inferiority complex दे रहा है.
No, nothing of that sort.
मैं भी अपना frame adjust कर लेती हूँ ताकि किताबें दिख जाए.
So how are you dealing with this quarantine situation and the social distancing and coronavirus pandemic? It seems surreal, isn't it?
I am मतलब I think कि बिल्कुल जैसे सब बाकी सारे लोग डील कर रहे हैं, I'm dealing with it in the same way with lots of junk food and carbohydrates and sugar and the internet. That's it. Food plus internet. That's how I'm dealing with the lockdown. I think that when you feel like a little frustrated and bored or stuck, which is obviously natural, I always just remember that thank God we have the internet and we have the facility to video call our family and our friends, and now we have so many different apps to hang out on in groups. And I just keep thinking about like कश्मीर में लोगों ने कैसे किया होगा यार, उनके पास तो इंटरनेट भी नहीं था. So I'm trying to count our blessings at this time, which and the fact that I have a nice beautiful house and enough food, and there's so many actually things that you realize you have to be thankful for at this time.
Even with this entire lockdown, you managed to get into a controversy when you tweeted about the fact that you're missing your home.
First, really, what can I do?
Right.
I can't even. I should just stop talking now. I think सांस भी लेना थोड़ा carefully लेना चाहिए अभी मुझे. But I think ये अलग ही skill है मेरा. I have no explanation for this. I mean मैं खुद ही shock में हूँ इन सारी चीजों के साथ.
Okay, so are you happy with the way the lockdown has been for 21 days? It seems that maybe it is the best possible solution for India, because even in developed countries like USA, Italy, and the whole of Europe, things are going out of control.
I think that it seems like we didn't have a choice, and it seems like that this is the only thing the government could have done, because I think that we whatever they don't seem to have a cure for this virus, and the most effective thing that has been found in the case, especially like we've seen the experience of South Korea and Singapore, where they were able to control the spread of the virus by aggressively testing first of all, and then quarantining people who had it or people who were contaminated with it, and then ensuring a very, very stringent social distancing. And I think that in India, one of the big challenges, of course, is that we don't have enough testing equipment, and in that kind of a situation, when we already don't have enough testing equipment, I think then the other thing to do is to actually take this extreme measure and just not allow people to interact, not create situations where a high risk kind of a situation where the virus can spread. I mean, I think that we've never seen anything like this in the world before.
Right.
So I think everyone is also just trying to handle it as the situation develops. And of course, I think it's also a very hard time for, the less privileged sections of society, because, what we are seeing the case with migrant workers now across cities in India. We have such a large population of migrant workers who are away from their homes, who live in very, very fragile conditions actually. And now they are, as we are seeing, they're the worst hit. And I think one of the most positive things that has emerged in this time, Faridoon ji, which actually makes me feel कि यार हाँ मतलब इंसानियत जिंदा है हमारे देश में और इस दुनिया में, वो ये है कि लोग कैसे contribute कर रहे हैं अलग अलग organizations को to help the migrant workers and feeding the migrant laborers. So that I think has been one very positive sort of in this whole process.
There have been reports that police is using a lot of force and there is lathi charge that is happening on a regular basis all across. Do you think that could have been handled better?
I think it's a hard situation for everyone, honestly. I think it's a very tough place for the police also, who are on the streets and they are actually risking, all these people who are actually the essential services and supplies industry, whether it's the medical professionals, whether it's the sanitation workers, safai karamcharis, whether it's the garbage system, jo hota hai, garbage disposal system, whether it's our police forces, whether it's the kirana walas, chemists. I think that it's a tough place for all of these people who are kind of actually having to be out there and exposed. And I think that I'm sure it gets tough for the police also because, Indians, we are famously unruly. ये हम खुरापाती इतने हैं कि हमसे रहा तो जाता है नहीं और आप हमें कोई रूल दे दो हम 10 तरीके ढूंढ लेते हैं उस रूल को बाईपास करने के जी तो आई थिंक वो हमने देखा है भारत में पिछले कुछ दिनों में जब प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था कि बैल्कनी में खड़े होकर ताली बजाओ तो लोग हजारों की तादाद में सड़कों पे उतर के थालियां बजा रहे थे और डांस कर रहे थे और ये सब तो ये जो हरकतें हैं हमारे देशवासियों की तो अभी इसमें क्या करें तो फिर आई थिंक दैट इट इज अनफॉर्चुनेट दैट पुलिस हैज टू रिजॉर्ट टू काइंड ऑफ वायलेंस बट ऑब्वियसली दिस शुडंट बिकम एन एक्सक्यूज फॉर दिस शुड नॉट बिकम एन एक्सक्यूज कि अब हम कभी भी लाठी चार्ज कर सकते हैं बट आई actually feel bad for the police. I think they're also probably trying their best.
And there's a concern that we are short of PPE, the protection gear for the doctors, the paramedics, the nurses, the pathologists. How do you look at that situation?
Yeah, that's actually a very serious and sad condition. And I think that because of that, while the administration and the infrastructure tries to kind of arrange for everything that is needed, I think it's more imperative that we just have to sit at home and we cannot do anything as a population that will create a situation जहाँ ये वायरस फैल रहा है मतलब हम कम से कम अपनी जो बेसिक मिनिमल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है जो एक्चुअली बहुत कम है वो तो कम से कम हम उसको करें और जितना बन पड़े हम लोगों की मदद कर पाए तो जैसे कि हमारी बिल्डिंग में जो सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स हैं वो सब अब वो भी कहीं वो सब माइग्रेंट लेबर हैं वो कहीं जा नहीं पाते हैं तो वो भी नहीं रहते हैं तो मैं उनसे बात करी थी तो मैंने कहा कि क्या चल रहा है ये वो खाना कैसे खा रहे हैं आप लोग तो दे सेड कि नहीं हमने गैस का जुगाड़ किया है लेकिन ये वो एंड देन ही मेंशन वन थिंग कि लेकिन चाय नहीं मिलती है तो अब मैंने और मेरे घर में जो विकेश जो मेरे कुक हैं वो भी घर पे ही रहते हैं तो हमने अब हम उनको दिन में एक बार चाय जरूर पिला देते हैं तो आई थिंक दैट ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जो हम कर सकते हैं वो I think कम से कम हम करें.
Okay, and the whole world would want to know that what were you doing on 22nd March at 5 p.m.
I was listening to all the thalis and the talis, and I was quite impressed by the huge perception victory that the Prime Minister scored. I think that he has a penchant for creating an event and he was able to do that and if that's united the country then that's a good thing but I think that we have to get beyond tokenism and we must do our bit and do the boring stuff of our responsibility which is that we should stay at home and not use the Prime Minister's appeal as an excuse कि अच्छा चलो पार्टी करते हैं क्योंकि मोदी जी ने कहा था मोदी जी ने सड़कों पे निकल के थालियां और तालियां बजा के पार्टियां करने को नहीं कहा था मोदी जी ने घर में रह के ताली बजाने को कहा था so I think that that was a little unfortunate but I think that it's interesting to see how I'm observing okay well obviously as I said that every day I'm grateful to the people who are on the front lines and I think that जिस तरीके से कुछ और भी reports आई हैं कि resident welfare organizations are mistreating doctors and airline crew जो वापस आ रहे हैं रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन से और जो डॉक्टर्स हैं वो बहुत दुख की बात है यार कम ऑन लाइक we have to be bigger than this हम अपने फियर और पैरानोया को